Look at the performance of Bitcoin, down 30, 40% this year, or really just since October, I should say. And the stock market's only corrected about 10%. So if the stock market does another 10%, where does that put Bitcoin? I have it priced in to go sub 20,000 before all is said and done. But there is a big future for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You just have to see a washout. The Fed created this bubble in assets, including cryptocurrency and the stock market. There has to be a washout.
What's up, guys? That was a clip from Gareth Soloway. So he's suggesting Bitcoin could get down to 20,000. So here, let's go ahead and look at the technical analysis of Bitcoin to see where we're at. First, before I get to the future projections, I just want to show you, this is the Ichimoku cloud system that I like to use here. And I want to show you previously how well this worked. So previously this cloud formed, and essentially green clouds are areas of support and uptrending charts. So if you would have gotten in back here, you could have ridden this up, and essentially we got a twist here in the chart. So you would have sold basically at the top. Then if you would have gotten back in, you would have gotten back in down here, basically rode that until it started to roll over here. You would have again sold at the top. So this has been really effective so far. And if you look where we're at, essentially we're riding this cloud down. So this is an area of resistance now. We've got a sell on the TradingView technical indicator. I think we'll have some resistance around 29,000 if we do go that low. One quick update, I was looking on Gareth's Twitter, and he is suggesting that because the markets appear like the futures, at least for the time being, and anything could change for tomorrow's stock market opening, are positive, we could see a bounce in Bitcoin temporarily, but longer term, he's suggesting we have further to the downside. I really do think this will depend on the market, so I would always follow the stock market and look at the Fed's balance sheet, and always follow, really everything is following the Fed monetary policy at this point. So that is Bitcoin. That kind of sets the tone for the market, and so that gives us a perspective on what we're looking at with some of these other coins. Again, looking at Ethereum, if you would have gotten in back here when this cloud formed, you could have sold right here, right when it began to roll over. Again, it chopped around here. This might have been a little more difficult, but here you would have gotten a clear sell signal before this big dump. So here we've got a sell again. It looks like we could have further downside in Ethereum. This will probably follow Bitcoin at this point. Now to get into, this is XRP. So XRP showed some relative strength here. It hasn't dipped down as much, but again, we have a sell, and the next support level I would look at here is around, yeah, we're close to support now, so we're really testing that support. So we'll see what happens if it breaks down below around 52 cents. Let's see, we're at, yeah, so about 10 cents lower. This thing could really fall much lower at this point. But again, this probably depends on the overall crypto markets here. Monero broke down past its support. Again, we still have a sell. The next support I would see looks around $123 with this one. This thing, once it broke down below about 178, 179, there's really not much clear support here, so very dangerous place to be in. But I've been warning for a while in the support level, so hopefully you guys expected at least the possibility for that to happen. Another thing that I've been warning about, I said we got a weak bounce here. It started to fail, and the fail was confirmed. If you look at this cloud here, we've just been riding this cloud down. So there's no sight of a reversal here. I don't know. The damage has been done here. So at this point, I'm honestly not sure if this thing's ever going to recover. So it's unfortunate. One thing though, that I have to mention is when these ETFs and the futures contracts came out and Wall Street had the ability to trade Bitcoin and use leverage and short Bitcoin specifically, I was really worried that we would see massive market manipulation. And honestly, I think that's what we're seeing here. I think I don't have direct proof. If anyone has any insight into this, please leave a comment. I would like to know. But I had a suspicion, and the timing is just interesting. So I have a belief that definitely whales have obviously always been manipulating the price of Bitcoin, but I suspect that Wall Street is getting involved and really using algorithms, huge leverage, and their huge amount of financial resources to manipulate these markets. I really don't think they want people to be in Bitcoin, and so they really have an incentive to keep the volatility so high that it's impossible to transact with these things, and they're only able to be used for speculative vehicles. So it's really hard to trade with these things, to actually use them in the real economy when they're fluctuating so much. I would like to see something like a private stable coin, something backed with gold or land or something of real value. So hopefully we can get some innovation like that in the future. Okay, Dero. Yeah, I called this top way back here. This is pretty much what I expected. It took a little bit longer though than I did expect, but yeah, here again, if you looked at this cloud, you really got a strong signal here to sell, and we proceeded to have basically a massive channel down here. So again, we still have a sell signal. We're testing this support here, but this thing's in a downtrend. I expect this could definitely go lower. Something very interesting. I was talking about Ghost, and this is pretty crazy. I figured it would kind of stay similar. I did not expect that Ghost would take off like this while the rest of the cryptos are crashing. It's really insane. This is really cool. This thing has almost like a 27% return on staking. So it is a proof of stake coin. It's more energy efficient. They have cold staking, so you don't need your computer to be on, and you're getting like 27% just to hold your coins in the wallet. And this thing took off. The market cap was stuck around 5 million, and it went up to over 8 million. So let's see. Yeah, so in the last week, I mean, it's up 50%. So hopefully somebody got a little bit of Ghost in their bags. That's pretty cool to see. One difficult thing is to know when to get out, though. Yeah, this gapped up. I mean, this thing could crap and then kind of I mean, you do see that with patterns like this. They'll gap up, and when you have that red candle, that's a signal that it could come back down, but still, that doesn't mean it's going lower than it was before. So it's hard to say. I'm holding this for the long term, though, but obviously, use your own judgment with this. Don't trade off of anything I'm saying. I'm just giving you my thoughts. It's obviously not investment advice. I'm just showing you what I see here in these markets. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see this, though, especially when everything else is crashing. It's pretty insane. So before I get into this next part, I know a lot of you watch just for cryptos. I think that's honestly a mistake. I think it's good to be hedged and to have a broader idea of your asset allocation, so that a lot of people are getting hurt right now in the crypto space. I'm not worried myself. I'm not over leveraged into cryptos, but I like to look at other areas. So before I get into gold and silver, I want to show a quick clip and then we'll get right into the analysis.
And I just love charts like this. I mean, these are the things that I go to bed and dream about at night in terms of the trading setups that I look for. I look for these massive moves that take place over the course. And with gold, it started in 2018. It went all the way to 2020. Price on gold went up about 80% between that period. Now, what happens again is the consolidation phase. And people will say, oh, well, gold's not performing. It hasn't done anything for a year plus. That's correct. But it needed to do that to kind of consolidate and get ready for the next breakout. And all you need is this little break here. And you can see the big move up today in gold getting closer and closer to that trend line. You break through that, you go all the way up to this trend line here, which is the double top. Sorry for the massive line there. But ultimately, that's where you're headed. And then eventually you should go even higher. So I think that, again, easily it's one of my, and listen, I could be wrong, right? There's always that chance, but it's one of my favorite plays of the year is to be long gold and gold miners.
All right, so yeah, gold has been doing pretty well during this crypto crash. I do hold both gold and silver. And if you've seen my recent videos, I'm looking at commodity stocks and foreign stocks, specifically Russian and Brazilian, are very cheap right now. Nobody watched those videos though, so probably you didn't see that. But again, I think that's a mistake to ignore some of these cheaper areas of the market, especially when you're seeing a downtrend in cryptos. And really, unless you know how to short it, you're probably not making money right now in the crypto space. At least the vast majority of people. So yeah, gold has a buy. This is pretty crazy. This pattern has been insane. The last 10 years, this thing has had a massive cup and handle, basically. It's pulled back a little, and now it's been consolidating. But yeah, there is a buy. So this thing has been in an uptrend, a slight uptrend for a while. Same with silver. Silver has been consolidating, not really in an uptrend, just kind of staying pretty stable. But again, we do have a buy, so these things are looking pretty good right now, and that's why, at least personally, I don't discriminate between cryptos and gold and silver. I think they both have their place, and they both make sense to have for different reasons. So yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. If you're with me at this point in the video, please give me a like, consider subscribing. Yeah, thanks everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.